I've been really waiting to post my opinion and my thoughts on this whole Kaepernick Nike subject. But tonight I got a direct message from one of the followers out there who proudly wore my gear. And I thought it was important for me to so let's take a second to talk about Nike for a second. A known liberal company who's been publicly manufacturing and outsourcing their work to countries like China, Indonesia, Vietnam, and nobody had a problem with it. All these conservatives walking around with their Nikes on, no big deal, right? I own Nikes. I've got multiple pairs. I got a pair of Converse sitting right here. But suddenly they endorse somebody that conservatives don't agree with, and now suddenly, fuck Nike, burn my shoes. Now, the only point that I was making by borrowing from Sean Whalen was, hey, if you really don't want to represent Nike, that's your prerogative. However, maybe instead of throwing away those shoes, you give them to a homeless veteran or somebody who needs them. You know, you preach and talk about how our government and, the people and this and that and all these companies, they don't recognize how hard our veterans work out there and how many homeless veterans don't get health care before immigrants. But for some reason, you're going to go burn those perfectly good shoes that some Chinese kid worked his ass off to make, that you went and spent $100 on, and now you're just going to put them on your barbecue? Meanwhile, there's homeless vets out there who are literally clothless, foodless, have no place to stay, have no shoes at all. Or there's people in the world that don't even have shoes. They don't even know what they are. They're using cardboard with tape or string. But you're going to burn your shoes. And then turn around and preach that we don't do enough as a society for our homeless vets. Okay. So then we have all these people talking about, well, I'm going Under Armour. Okay. Go ahead and grab your closest Under Armour piece of apparel out of your closet and look on the tag. They also outsource to Vietnam, Indonesia, China. Surprise, guess what? Most of these companies do. That's part of the U.S. economy. That's what these companies do to save money, reduce overhead, increase prices, lower cost of manufacturing, higher profit margin, right? Going to Walmart. I mean, I did a video on this a couple months ago about American outsourcing, how it impacts our economy and how these large companies do these types of things. You can go to our website and find the blog talking about that, right? But because you don't agree with Kaepernick, now suddenly it's an issue. Okay, that's your prerogative. That's your belief system. That's what you want to do. However, don't come to me as an American company and tell me that I'm a hypocrite or I'm deceiving my followers because I have my opinion on how I want to use my shoes that I paid my money for to wear. Shit, I'm going to tell you right now, I went to the gym today wearing a pair of Nike shoes, and guess what? I'm going to wear them again tomorrow. Why? Because I worked my ass off for those shoes. I paid $100 for a pair of shoes, and guess what? I'm going to use those motherfuckers until they don't work anymore. And guess what? If there's another pair of Nikes out there that I like, I'll probably go buy them. Why? Because it's my money, and I'm going to do what I want with it, right? Just like you. So you're going to make your opinions. You're going to push that down people's throat without even understanding or realizing that 99% of the large corporations out there outsource their manufacturing to countries like that. And then make the argument that, oh, well, you support and endorse Nike even though they do slave labor. Those motherfuckers have been doing slave labor since I remember as a kid joking about that 25 years ago. And you don't know that? You just researched that? Okay, come on, guy. Now you're going to pretend like you live in a vacuum. Maybe it's time for you as people with these opinions to stop being sheep and educate yourself. Take the time. It took me 5 minutes. Not even 30 seconds to go onto Google and ask, where does Under Armour outsource manufacturing to? Boom. It's right there. I'll even include a screenshot. So again, the point that I tried to make by posting what I posted today was you can peacefully protest all you want. And if you choose to burn your shoes, great. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use my effort and use my time and the shoes that I paid for and what I earned. And if I really don't want to wear them, if that's what I'm going to do, I'm going to contribute that towards something that matters. Instead of taking my $100 bill and throw it in the fireplace.